Hello and welcome to Scarred Lands, a family affair episode, if you can believe it, 27.
Wow.
Far behind. When last we met, the party had gotten into a fight with the necrotic howling abomination that was summoned through misadventure and use of necromancy in the Festering Fields.
Sorry.
This creature was causing planar disruptions, which were further exacerbated by planar magics that Millie had used in her attacks, causing some of the players to be pulled into some dark realm of death. They're not sure exactly where. An angel saved Korggix and Sir Sasha, who was resurrected as a result of this planar magic. As near as you all know, Eric was destroyed. The kind Hollowfaustian who had taken you in and done nothing but good to you.
Oh shit! I thought he just disappeared into another plane.
He was consumed into the plane somehow. So.
The only person who saw that
disappear into another plane. It's called a death realm.
The only person who saw that who's there, I believe, is Cheshire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happened directly behind me.
Cheshire's not there, actually, right?
Yeah.
Cheshire, you're still down in purgatory, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
So I guess we'll just dive right in. And you all did increase your level. So,
Yep.
Congratulations on that. Here's hoping you survive long enough to enjoy it.
I mean, starting off unconscious, probably not, but
you're not actively making death saves at this point, though.
Correct. I was stabilized, right?
Yeah.
Got that going for you.
Pop up out of the bushes. Everybody sound off! Zopa! No. Cheshire?
I leap off Slaughter and run to Jedryn, what did that? Guts, are you
Where
okay?
is everybody? Everybody meet up at the front door if you're able. If not, call out.
I'm on the second floor, right? So I can't hear any of that.
You absolutely can hear it. It's all kind of open. You can hear. It's nothing soundproofed by any stretch.
And I'm definitely doing my sergeant yell kind of thing.
And Jedryn, as you run out, you do see Zopa laying there unconscious in the grass.
So, run. Where's my... Oh, crap.
Heal.
You got this? Okay.
Got this.
Good.
Have 13.
I'm screaming that Sir Sasha is alive where I'm at.
What?
What?
And also screaming, where's Cheshire? And to send me back.
Run.
Everybody meet up on Slaughter, okay?
So I'm like, I am not running because Sir Sasha. I assume she needs dire need of just existing right now, and I don't feel like I'm confident enough to pick her up and run with her.
Why don't you make a medicine check real quick there, Korggix? Let's see how that goes. If you don't have medicine, it would just be wisdom.
Yeah, that's a 7.
I mean, she is alive. She's breathing, and you don't actually see any blood leaking from her wounds.
Yeah.
She does not seem to be in a space where she is actively getting worse. Having said that, she's missing 3 of her limbs.
Yeah.
A large portion of her torso is definitely severely burned. And as is her face and her jaw, it's very clear to you that it is broken and separated from the hinge about here.
I'm still definitely not picking her up.
Yeah.
So they're in the building. So if can I go in the building I'll do that.
Yeah. Anybody who can moves, meet up with me over here by Slaughter.
I've passed you into the building where Gix is yelling from.
Yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, go, but I'm calling out and looking around for people. So,
excuse me, Mr. Skeleton. Excuse me, Mr. Zombie.
Like,
They were supposedly protecting us, so
Yeah,
Cheshire,
they're like circled up.
Millie,
They see you and
Eric.
they start to part ways. What'd you say, Millie?
I'm here.
Okay, are you all right?
I lost Cheshire.
What do you mean lost? Where?
I lost him in the other place.
while this is happening, I'm running down, by the way.
You're gonna.
I look at Triss and then I run off when they
20
get there.
points on Sir Sasha.
All right. Her breathing slows down to normal, and she starts. She starts speaking. What languages do you speak, Triss?
Oh boy, good question. Calastian, if that helps. Zathiski, Lydian, Druidic, Slitherin, and Sylvan. A lot.
You don't understand, but you absolutely recognize that she is speaking Shelza.
Ah.
And kind of mumbling, almost like you. It's safe to assume she is in some state of shock.
Zathiski and Shelzar have the same root language, so I might be able to pick up like a word.
Right.
Yeah. Like that means
It sounds like she's like mumbling some sort of nonsense about like about a field and chasing an animal, maybe like a hunt, maybe. Hard to say. You really can't make it out between the language barrier and like literally she's barely able to like push her voice out of her throat. Very difficult to understand what she's saying.
Binding wounds. I'm guessing healing is only going to help.
Not a whole lot of wounds to bind. I mean, she's not like. Her problem is not so much hit point damage at this point. She needs
regeneration healing.
Right. Yeah. She needs.
But did that at least it heal her jaw? You said the cure wounds.
Okay. Yeah. So you popped her jaw back into place. Anywhere where there were bones still broken or no longer broken.
So she's missing 2 legs and an arm.
2 legs and an arm.
Or 2 legs and an arm. I thought it was just one of each.
Nope, she's rocking the Anakin Skywalker at this point.
Okay, we'll just cut off some of my limbs and attach it to her. That's how it works, right?
All right, so you come running downstairs, Korggix, while Triss is working out this healing. What are the rest of you all doing?
I am like visibly between rage and like just collapsing and crying. And I'm just screaming, "Where's Millie?" while I'm running down.
She's down here. She's safe. Okay, so you went to where the. All right. Okay. Was Eric there?
Are you asking me?
I'm just asking out loud. Like, I'm trying to establish where everybody was at, where Cheshire and Eric are the 2 people that I have realized aren't here. So.
Cheshire is where I was, and Millie saved me. You need to send me back.
Do that?
I'm like freaking out, like much louder than I should be. Like,
kind of put a hand on your arm. If that's something that we can do, that's what we're going to do. If not, Cheshire's a smart guy and he's got an undead girlfriend. He is a smart guy. I swear to the gods, he is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to send me back. And I point right at her bows. I was like, shoot a bow. Shoot me with an arrow. Send me back.
That's not how this works, bud.
Every time she shoots an arrow, something has gone awry. We just need to do it again so I can go back and save Cheshire. All I'm supposed to do is protect my siblings, and I can't do it. Just send me back.
And how are you going to get back with Cheshire?
With Cheshire. We'll figure it out when I get there to help Cheshire. Just send me back.
Okay. If you guys can figure out a way of doing that where you know for sure that you're going to end up where Cheshire is, then let's do that. But in the meantime, sit down and try to figure something out. I'm going to see if I can find Eric anywhere around here.
Do your thing and shoot me with an arrow. It'll just send me back.
I can't control it.
Then just keep hitting me with arrows until it works. I don't.
Travis, I'm gonna head outside and see if I can
shoot some water
find
on me.
Eric
I'll be
anywhere.
fine. It's not the worst thing that's happened. Just hit me with an arrow.
All right. While you're inside arguing about what can and can't be done about this, you step outside. Jedryn, go ahead and give me a perception check if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay.
FYI, if anybody was wondering, Korggix feels worthless right now.
Oh, he's not alone. 15 on perception.
As you walk up, you see the ground under this tree right here. If you can see my ping.
Hold on, let me drag out a little bit. Try pinging again. Apparently, yeah, okay, I can see.
You see the ground starting to like roil.
Okay, head over there. Guys! Bow out. Actually, bow out about 20 feet back.
You see a human hand, white skin, like pale white skin.
Get back inside.
Come out of the ground, followed by a second human hand as Eric crawls out of the ground.
Oh.
Takes a deep breath.
Oh, God. Put the bow down.
He's naked and covered in like blood and goo and various meats.
Bacon.
Is that salami from the Death Realm?
Oh my God. Yeah, Death Realm salami is muy picante.
None of these meats are processed meats. This is more raw beast.
Yeah. Drop my bow and grab him and help him haul himself out of the ground.
He coughs up what looks like about a gallon of, if you didn't know better, you would say like gelatin or amniotic fluid, maybe.
Something gross.
Yeah. He just horks it up and takes another deep breath.
Oh, gods, man. I was expecting to find you blown down under a tree or something. But
Oh.
Here, take my shoulder. Take, here. Get up here, and I kind of heave him up over my shoulder.
All right, yeah, you get him up to about knee height.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just lean right over me. Lean right over me. Oh God, that Druid's never gonna come out, is it? Oh God! And then I kind of ease him back inside.
All right, so Jedryn comes in, more dragging than carrying.
Yep.
Eric, who is trying his best to walk on his knees.
Yep.
Gotta go help him, Zopa.
While that's going on out there, how is the discussion inside progressing?
If Millie is still refusing to shoot me with an arrow at this point, I would probably be willing to try and take it from her to shoot myself with an arrow.
Probably
Work that way.
Like it's very clear that Korggix' line of thought is now just gone to I need to go to A to Z. None of the points between that matter anymore.
Does not work
I just
that
need
way.
I need to do something to help my siblings.
I probably an arrow in my bow at this point, but my hands are shaking and I'm kind of panicking.
Yeah, and I'm standing on the wall just screaming, "Do it!" Like full on. What's his face? The meme.
Millie, bow down now.
What's his name?
Gix, sit, eat something.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. I'm
Here's
just
a Snickers bar.
I'm like full Shia LaBeouf. Just do it scene along the wall.
Your latest scream of "just do it" is interrupted as Eric once again pukes up a large quantity of fluid. Some of it looks like whatever that ground was made out of in that realm you were in.
Upon seeing him, I'll look at Jedryn and say, "Didn't you say that he was lost too? Where did you find him?"
No, I said I couldn't find him. I went outside to go looking.
He takes in like another sucking breath and says, "Korggix, are you okay?"
I'm just gonna ignore him, honestly. Like, he wasn't on my to-do list of people that needed to be saved. So again, like the middle part of A to Z, just ignored, and I'm right. Like, didn't even break eye contact with Millie when he addressed me. Like, just shoot me with an arrow. I'll be fine. You've seen my limbs literally ripped off of my body and regrow. Just shoot me with a damn arrow.
I shout from inside where I'm with Sir Sasha. Is everybody accounted for yet?
Cheshire's still somewhere else that I still haven't really gotten clear because there's a lot of yelling.
There's a bunch of zombies and skeletons here, and I don't know if I can control them.
We found Eric.
Okay.
The skeletons and zombies all start walking down.
Did he give me the stuff back?
No.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, is Eric still covered in like meat?
Yes. I mean, he's basically, as near as you can tell, it looks like the ground must have given birth to him.
I wonder if he had like a redo spell, basically. Like, if you die, you're going to be reborn here, and like a pocket lich type of situation.
That's not
a thing.
That's not impossible.
I want to be the deadest I can be. Pocket lich.
We used to call those contingency spells. You got to be pretty high level to cast something like that.
Can we do anything for you, Eric?
Water.
Got that. Squirt. Cup.
Are you not using the thing?
No, I'm using the thing. Remember, you can use the thing not as a fire hose.
He like slams the water down. Almonds. I have almonds. He points over at like one of the cupboards.
Oh, I thought you meant he tasted cyanide for a second. I was like, God damn, like, what did he go for?
Run, grab him some almonds.
He starts eating them. Starts throwing them up.
When I see him start to eat, a light's going to go off in my head, and instead of harassing my sibling for help, who is clearly terrified, I will just start eating the meat that has been falling off of Eric, and just literally in any way, shape, or form. And the idea for Korggix is while he's doing it, he's just going to be basically internally screaming to Garrock for some sort of way to get back to the death realm.
I hope I don't hear this.
Yeah, I'm not saying it out loud. I'm just shoveling death realm salami into my mouth.
Right on.
That is the punkiest punk band name ever.
Death Realm Salami. Their new album, Born Under a Dead Tree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so while all this insanity is going on, Cheshire, you're still standing in this dead realm with Naya. And she has just banished your father. And then what was the last thing that you were about to say or do something, right? Like when we rapped last time?
Cannot remember.
Okay. She had just like moments ago sent your father packing. basically said he had no dominion here, and then kicked him out.
If I know Cheshire, he was going to say something dumb like, "We have to pick better date spots."
She laughs. How did you wind up here?
Do I know what that thing was, or do I know it was just like creepy?
I mean, you knew it was a howling abomination that had been tossed around.
So I'll explain, like, found a howling abomination, and then a big light happened and ended up here.
Okay. We need to get you home.
Can you do that? Because I'm not... I mean, I know where I was. I was the Festering Fields. I got that. That part I know for sure. Any other information, and you'd be better to ask Jedryn.
I can...
Is also not here.
I can get you home, yes. It's going to be a little bit of a journey. This isn't right. Looks around. This isn't how this place is supposed to be.
What is this place?
I honestly don't know.
I'm just going to cast my second form of the dead to stay dimmed and not have to deal with what I'm looking at right now. Just to be safe.
She takes your hand and begins walking toward the distant mountain peak where you saw the men in robes walking up the mountain.
Right.
And at each step you take feels and looks like you're crossing like miles of distance.
I'm just being squared with her. Okay.
And after about a minute or two of walking, you wind up on this mountainside trail. Basically taking a step directly in front of one of the men in robes.
Would I have an ability to see who those men are moving at like breakneck speeds that we're assuming?
It's not so much that you're moving at breakneck speeds as like each step
is just
like a straight up teleportation. It's like you're misty stepping every time you step.
Right.
But over a course of miles instead of feet.
Well, in the middle of this misty step thing, I want to like make like undead small talk. And one of the things I want to say is, if I wanted to see you, is it possible to do so without being teleported to wherever the fuck we are now or dying?
Sure, you can always just pray to me.
I never thought of that.
I'll usually hear them. I don't get many prayers, so they usually go to the boss. I mean, it would probably be best for both of us if you also prayed to the boss.
Right, yeah.
When that happens, but, yeah. Just say a prayer and I'll hear you. And you appear in front of one of these people in the gray robes and they stop and go, "Hey! Sweet! God's on a crutch, Burke! You're gonna give me a bleeding heart attack!"
I'm sorry, that was not my intention. Do I know you? I have to know you.
I've no idea who you are.
You're not Frank?
You're funny looking.
Well, that was highly unnecessary. I'm just gonna like kind of cover the scales.
He starts rubbing them.
No, stop.
One of them dragon bones, is you?
Dragon? No, my sister said something, but she didn't say Dragonmore. She said some other thing, and I probably should have listened. But I didn't.
Oh, fair enough then. What brings you all the way out here? Looking to get inked in a dead book, is you?
Dead book? Wait, the fuck? Where is here? Just a quick question before I answer that question.
Well, you're on the mountain. Heading up to the mausoleum.
Dead book, mausoleum. Are any of these like words like forming a puzzle?
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Cheshire give up. He's not that determined.
She says, "Excuse me, I am something of a guardian of spirits of the dead." He sniffs her. Don't smell like no guardian to me. In fact, don't smell like much of all. Except you're living. It's. He says, "Okay." She says, "We need to get home, and I'm not 100% sure where we are. Might you give me directions?" He says, "If you got a little bit of garnish." Jink. Coin.
I'll take
gold pieces.
I'll take out my gold pieces. I'm pretty sure I don't have much because I gave all of my gold to Jedryn, but I should have like 5 left or something.
Yeah, you got like some pocket change. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll be like very awkwardly just like look at it and look at the hand and drop it from like way too high a distance, as if I've never seen a person before in my life.
He looks at it. Ain't never seen one of these before.
It's great. You can use it. You can buy all kinds like meats and lambs, and I'm sure you can do other things with it. I know what coins are. Just saying it's a weird mint, that's all.
You're clueless, aren't you? That makes a lot of sense. All right. Right this way, please.
I'll look at that, and I guess I'll just like follow the. By the way, in the gray robes, like, do they look undead at all? So
no, they all look pale, malnourished. A couple of them have like leprosy spots, but they all look very much alive.
For a second, I was hoping I had some like undead brethren. Okay.
Right, up the mountain we go. Then we'll talk to. I have Jess back to talk to. Right this way. Leading you up the mountain. I'll get back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Back on Scarden proper. Any progress, folks? What are we doing?
Deleting and praying to Garrock. I'm trying to recall. I assume that I would know quite a bit about Garrock and his whole origin. So I'm trying to almost ready to the point where I'm about to start knocking my own teeth out.
Gorak.
It says Gowrak in the PDF.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all them fancy pronunciation guides.
It's GAW like rock.
Somebody's bringing their education, their highfalutin school learning to the game. Appreciate it.
They changed the way you pronounce half the guys in the new books.
I'd just like to say it's Lydian versus Shelzari accent.
Right.
Yeah, it's literally GOW rock. Gowron.
Does he have huge eyes like Gowron?
No. We'll find out if I actually get in contact with him or somebody that is below him.
Be aware in heritage-wise, in lore-wise, though, that the Titaness I follow, Denev, was the one who ripped his teeth out.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure that won't come to a head later.
Well, it was mostly because he was being an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He ate the world. He's an asshole.
That's what Titans of Hunger do.
It's literally in the job description.
So you're chowing down, chompity chomp chomp, making your prayers. What's everybody else doing while that's happening?
I shout if anybody's got blankets or anything. We got an injured person in here, and I can only help so much. So if
Common. Millie, I could use your help. And Korggix appears to be occupied in something that's not actively killing anyone right now. So I go find a couple of hafts of wood or something and a blanket. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not sure what we're going to find up there, but we should make a litter. So grab what we need and then run upstairs.
And I also try to wave off the zombies and skeletons, like, can you guys go over?
They all start walking right over to Eric.
Good. Good. All right. And I'm just going to try to make Sasha as comfortable as possible.
On the side, we have a lot of anesthetic.
Yes, we do. And if she seems to be in pain, we will be applying that.
She looks up and like touches your face and with the one hand she has left.
Sorry.
And all three of the fingers that are left on it. And says, "Thank you, little rat person."
You're welcome. Sorry.
Oh, God.
She's alive and not a statue anymore.
God.
But we really need to get these.
Yeah. All right. Here, tie this around here. Remember that knot I showed you.
Yeah,
do that. And then
I know how to do this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just...
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Eric, do you have anything in your house we could use for this situation?
What situation? He like stands up and like stumbles, and then one of the skeletons catches him.
Oh Jesus!
Thanks, buddy.
Sound of additional vomiting off camera.
Starts walking over. No, I'm just finding my feet again. I gotta get used to this new meat suit.
Hand Sasha off to Jedryn and go over to see Eric and to see if I can do anything for him.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be wounded. In fact, give me a medicine check.
Okay. Medicine check. Medicine check. I know exactly what's wrong with him. Whatever it is.
You got a natural 20. Excellent. Despite the gore that he's covered in, he doesn't have a single wound. Not only does he not have a single wound, he doesn't have a single scar, single blemish. Looks as though every stitch of his flesh is brand spanking new. Like fresh out the womb, brand new. It doesn't look like he's it doesn't look like he's sun deprived. It looks like he's never been exposed to sunlight.
New body?
Hey, sometimes you got to have a backup plan.
Wow.
I had better vision. Oh, there's shit in my eyes. That'll explain it.
Not reincarnated. You look the same, kind of.
Yeah, I made a copy.
Whoa, you can do that? Whoa.
Takes some doing, but I had a lot of time to read.
Sounds unnatural, but okay.
It's no less unnatural than a magic missile. All right, so
I guess that's fair.
She's got an arm off and 2 legs off. Ooh,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. We cart her downstairs in the stretcher.
We need some kind of regeneration spell, I think, for her, and I don't know where you get one of those.
Can't really do that. I could make her. No, I couldn't. Shit.
Well, let's see if we can get her comfortable and stabilized. And we still have to figure out... My brother Cheshire is apparently still wherever you guys were.
Yeah, I saw him. Some woman showed up. And
okay, that's good.
took him or did something.
Okay.
What did she look like?
Well,
hot in a dead sort of way.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's a fair description. I mean, everything there kind of looked ashen and terrible and terrifying, but she had kind of like this white-ish, I assume they were white in normal circumstances, kind of sheer robes on.
Yeah, that's her.
Her skin had like these weird cracks in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Cheshire's girlfriend.
Oh, well, he's with her.
Yeah.
So he should be okay then.
He should at least be safe.
Sure. Okay, I can create her a couple of temporary prosthetics.
Honestly, that's far more than we could do. So,
Gary, Steve, come here. Two of the zombies walk over.
There was.
Sorry, buddy. He rips a leg off of one of them. Starts chanting as he holds it up to the stump of her leg, and you see it like knit together, and like spines of flesh come out of it and just dig into her flesh.
Use the anesthetics that we have from our copious supply to make sure that doesn't hurt her. Like, I'll just put this here.
Just dab a little bit of tussin on that and hope for the best.
Let's put some stripper saliva here to make sure that doesn't hurt you.
He looks over. Is Zopa okay?
She's.
I healed her.
Yeah.
She should be back to conscious.
Yeah.
I healed you. No?
I've never heard anyone say, I healed Zopa.
First round, I healed you 13 points. The first thing I did was I healed Zopa 13 points.
That might have been during the cacophony of everyone talking. I heard, what I did hear is, I run inside and heal Sasha. So I heard that.
No, this is like.
So you've been lying there on your back like, am I dead?
I'm so sorry.
I was like.
Literally, the first thing I said I did was I heal Zopa. I ran outside, healed you, and then. Yeah. So I've been wondering why you haven't been part of the conversation.
Yep. At 3:11 p.m. my time, you were healed for 13.
That means I'm dead.
So you've just been laying there like relaxing, like
right?
You've been laying there like,
in fact, I didn't even move my token inside, so I was like, wonder how I got in there.
I thought you were never quiet this whole time. No, that was literally the first thing I did. You rewind the YouTube video when this posts in a week or 2 or 3.
So yes, you are healed and conscious. What would you like to do?
Well, let's see. I do not have 130 hit points. There we go.
13.
Okay. I'm going to go sit down next to Millie. So Millie, I know you're getting older and you're becoming a woman, and there are changes that are happening to your body.
Oh my goodness.
And these changes apparently have misplaced my brother somewhere, and I'd like to understand that. And like, you can tell I'm very agitated, but I'm trying to be calm. So can you explain? I know he also has some changes. I have a feeling it has to do with his girlfriend. But can you tell me what changes are you doing that maybe we can all look around that can help us find Cheshire?
I don't know. I can't control it. It just kind of happens. I was kind of hoping his girlfriend might get a
hug.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And I'll like pull you into a hug. So I do remember I did an Arcana check last week to figure out that somehow like pulled them into another realm.
Yes.
Can we figure out how that happened?
I think I put them where I'm from.
We were not where you're from, Eric says.
Picking a needle of bone out of his hair.
Did I actually send them, or did I just talk to my mom about saving them?
You didn't, as far as you know, you didn't deliberately send them anywhere. And you only spoke to your mom. Remember, like, you were in the middle of, like, misty stepping when you heard her come past, right?
Right.
So, like, she was going somewhere else to get them. Instead, she only could grab one. So It's safe to assume that you don't know. Why don't you go ahead and give me just a wisdom check, if you don't mind, Millie?
Okay. Go. Do the thing. Do the thing?
Struggling?
I had to relog to do anything, by the way. It was like, yeah, you're in, except for you're not logged in.
Yeah, maybe a refresh. Maybe. Okay.
Now.
While we're waiting on that to go through, Gix, you do hear a voice in your head. And
That's
the voice...
what I wanted and also not what I wanted.
The voice seems to cycle through a cacophony of languages, and even when it settles on one that you understand, you can hear like 20 other languages going on in the background.
Do I make out anything?
Yeah, it says, "Feel your..."
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Or voices?
Not at all.
And it's just a voice that I hear. It doesn't seem to increase or change with anything that I'm doing.
Nope. I can help you.
That will pique the interest.
The being you pray to would not answer your prayers, even if
And who are you?
Yes, just say yes.
a being
Yeah.
older than Skarn.
You have a little angel on your shoulder that looks like Triss pulling on your ear, going, no.
And a little devil being like, this is awesome, do it!
I want to hear the offer before Gix makes any decisions, but he wants Gowrock.
Oh,
He doesn't
yeah.
believe that Gowrock will ignore him forever and ever and ever and ever. So
I can take you where give me permission.
Yes.
Feel your
a
desperation.
scale of
pain. I feel what you are feeling, and you enter kind of a mindscape. You're in a underground cavern.
Okay.
The walls are made entirely of like sharp, reflective, almost like obsidian stone. With various mind-bending, uneven patterns. And you see a creature, roughly humanoid in shape, about 9 feet tall, that seems to be built of the same things. I'm stepping forward to you from the darkness.
Fran's nodding. I just thought they were more like 7 feet tall.
Things are changing. I can... And your needs and mine align. I can get you where you need to. You need to take.
Do I know what this thing is?
Make an Arcana check and pray for the best.
You got a 1 in 20 chance. 8.
Oh,
No fucking idea.
it's bad.
You have no idea, but it is radiating. Evil's not the right word for the presence.
Wrongness.
Yeah, it's radiating some level of like cosmic error. Like this should not be. Like this is a thing that should not exist. It shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. None of this is okay. Mm-hmm. Like every bit of spider sense you have is going off. Gotta do it. And Millie, with your wisdom check, you immediately like realize that you can sense these planar portals. You can clock where they are, and if you're very lucky, can clock how to open them, how to get through them, where they lead. You open your mind up to it, and you do see. You sense the slight remnants of a planar portal in the room where the Howling Abomination died that you're fairly certain can be opened if you throw the finger bone of a humanoid corpse through it. You also can sense a very small planar portal opening inside of Gig.
Okay. Good news and bad news. Good news. I think I know how to open the portal to the plane where I sent Cheshire. Bad news, there's a mini portal opening inside of Gix.
What? Can we stop that?
You absolutely hear that going on outside of the room, by the way, Gix.
Is it to the same place?
I am just a passenger seeking escape from this.
Based on what we ran into before demon-wise, Gix is going to put 2 and 2 together and think that this is a chain demon.
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Yeah.
I'll allow it. It's a reasonable conclusion to draw.
Yeah, well, that's Gix has a fucking -1 intelligence score. Like he's just going, what is similar to this? Oh, that. Like that's all he's got.
Seems demon-y, sure. Go with that.
But you did hear me say that I knew how to open the portal.
Right. That's what I heard. That's the important part. So, as far as I'm concerned, go ahead.
Millie, can you tell where the portal in Gix is going to?
Can I?
You stop and concentrate for a minute. It's going to the same place.
It is going to the same place.
Gix, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it.
Gix?
Yeah, I don't think I'm the one doing it.
Are you going to say that?
Here's the thing. Am I able to talk, or am I just aware of my surroundings?
You're hearing it, and you can speak. And when you say that, he says, "Don't turn to them for counsel. Their minds are."
You haven't offered anything specific. You're just using me as a vessel, as far as I can tell.
Yes.
And why would
louder in your head?
No, I'm saying this to him. I was like, I'm reaching for the one who's given me my powers, and it's not you.
He is worth.
So are you. And as soon as I say sorry, I try into the connection with whatever this thing is.
You absolutely sever the connection with it.
And
don't the hang up button on this thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Block caller.
Is that right?
Yeah. Because Gix doesn't want somebody who's trying to pervert the power of Galrock as far as he's concerned. Like he wants to either get a messenger of Galrock or Galrock himself. Not only does he want to go to that realm to save his brother, but he wants to find the answer still of like what he is and how he got his powers and everything like that. And this thing is not.
Makes total sense. The good news, the good-ish news. Millie, you sense the portal, the little nascent portal that was opening up inside of Gix, slam shut. Gix, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Can I help?
Help him make a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Do you have any way of conferring resistance or immunity to psychic damage to him?
Oh, no, I'm prepared.
Then probably not.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. 5. You take
80.
16 psychic damage.
I'm fine. Oh, I didn't update my HP either when I leveled. So we're at...
And you all feel like a wave of unnatural energy wash over the area when
We gotta get out of this fort.
What did you do?
That wasn't the fort. Somebody else heard my call for who I was trying to reach out to.
Stop
And I told them no.
trying to reach out to eldritch beings, Gix.
Good job, Gix. Good job saying no.
I will keep doing whatever I need to do to save my siblings. The end.
Not if it gets us into more trouble.
Yes. What if it does get us into more trouble? And he looks around and goes, "How I literally did none of this.
Hold on, Millie's...
I caused none of this to happen."
Hold on 2 seconds. Millie's talking. What's up?
I need a finger bone from something dead, from a corpse.
Eric reaches over, like without even looking up, as he's like attaching another arm onto Sir Sasha. He just reaches over and snaps one off of a zombie and hands it to you.
Throw it through the portal to do the thing.
Yoink.
You throw it through the portal, and the portal activates.
I'm gonna hug
You
Millie.
see this big open hole into this giant hellscape with flapping flesh and
and I recognize this. I assume.
Yeah, that's the spot.
I'm in. I don't even say anything. I'm just in. I just went right in.
Can I try to grab him to stop him?
You can try to grab him. I don't know how stopping him is going to go.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to have a chance.
Basically, you're going with him now.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check.
And I hug Millie. I'm like, thank you. And
I
I'm
have to
going
make
to
a
run after
competing
Gix.
athletics check, right?
Yes.
As athletics? Oh, I think you'll win. Unless I roll really stupid. Well, which I...
You don't so much grab him and stop him as much as you grab him and push him to the edge, you bounce off the edge of the portal. You hit there's nothing there, but you don't quite go through the portal. You just kind of careen off the side of it, and the portal slams shut again.
Hey, that's not my home. That's not where I'm from.
But that is where Cheshire is. Open.
We open it and let Cheshire come out, but it doesn't mean we go in.
Yeah, just let him come out. You don't even know what's in there. We need to go in. I need to go in. I need to save my siblings.
Let's tie a rope around you or something first so we can pull you out. Don't just... plan.
You're all sure, because of the very open landscape, by the way, that when that portal opened, you did not see Cheshire anywhere in the field of view of the portal.
Yeah,
Did I make it through before it closed? Or
Girlfriend,
after?
he might not even be in that plane anymore.
Yeah, he might be with his girlfriend by now.
Can we contact her?
Yeah.
Can we?
Do any of us know sending?
No, not yet.
The portal is still there, Millie. It's just slammed shut again. So you also can now determine that if you open that portal, it's only going to stay open for a few seconds.
Okay.
What's your passive perception, Millie?
I believe it is 16.
Okay. You also clock that portal is not operating within the normal limits of the multiverse as you understand. That portal doesn't go where other portals go. It goes to somewhere beyond that.
That is a weird portal. I don't understand it. And I can only keep it open for a few seconds, and we don't even know that Cheshire is there, or what that place even is.
What do we know about Cheshire's girlfriend? Do we know her name?
Naya.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a page of Gamgul.
Gamgul? Hear my prayer. Could you please help bring my brother back? Please?
As you're walking up the side of this mountain, you come to at the top of it is this giant, looks to you like a crypt. But when you're at the base of it, it spreads as far as the eye can see, left, right, up. It just dominates your vision. Your guide says, get you right in there. No problem. Fox will know where you go. He walks up and the doors open as you're approaching, and you see, once you're inside the front gates, you see hundreds of these people in robes, all carrying wheelbarrows. Some of them have 1 or 2 full corpses in them. Some of them are just filled with body parts. You see a man kind of walk up to you. He's just wearing like a loincloth, and his body and face are just riddled with scars. Like, he looks like Freddy Krueger, but more like it was from cuts than burns. And there's a small skull floating next to him. And he looks you dead in the eyes and says, have you seen my journal?
No. And then I'm going to actually think, because it's possible I just picked up some random journal and just didn't care about it. But I'm going to say no.
Damn. Turns and walks off.
I feel like that was an in-joke that none of us got.
Someone will get it. The person you're walking with says, come on then. He leads you inside. You walk inside this building, and there's hallways going to the left, to the right, and a stairwell that goes upward. You see various zombies and skeletons shambling around, carrying medical equipment, some of them carrying body parts. He starts walking up the stairs. Takes you up to the second floor, where you see a old man dressed in the same robes. The guy looks like he's probably about 150, beard down to his belly button. He's sitting at a desk writing notes in a book. He turns around. Boy, Pops, until this here, stumbled onto the mountain. Oh, I'll be happy to be of service. Turns and pulls out like a monocle and looks at you. Oh, yeah. Oh. What's your name?
I'm Cheshire.
Cheshire. Starts flipping through his book. No, definitely not dead. This one's not dead. You don't get paid for ones that ain't dead. The person that guided you up walks off, mumbling to himself about making his quota. Well, you seem to be misplaced, Cheshire. What can I do to get you home?
I thought you would know that. I just kind of got here accidentally.
Well, no. He starts flipping through his book. Where are you from?
I mean, I came here from Festering Fields.
Festering Fields. Starts flipping through his book again. Must be a mistake. Not in the book.
So how would I become undead? Or I'm not technically undead. How would I undo the dying that got me here to not be dead, even though I'm undead, but also not undead? You see what I'm saying, right? No, I'm not. I'm not dead. Dead. I mean, I kind of look undead, but not dead. So I don't think I belong here where the dead people are. Because like you said, I'm not dead.
So you're looking for a way home?
Yes.
Home's this Festering Fields.
Sure.
Got any jink?
Do I?
He just gave your last pocket change to the other guy.
I'm low to Naya. No, I can't have a chain from you. I can get some.
Do you need to borrow some money? She says.
Yeah. Oh my! I'll pay you back.
I hate to ask on a first date, but
I think it's their third date, isn't it?
Yes, the first date I died. Second date there was other like demons and stuff, and now third date I'm kind of dead again.
Good job.
You sure do pick some interesting locales. Just saying.
I mean, they gotta stay. Gotta stay like.
Have you ever considered, dinner in the theater?
No.
Totally fine. I've got us covered. The old man looks over and sniffs you and says, "All right. Here's what you'll do. Go out the front door. You look for a girl by the name of Cinnamon. She's a tiefling girl. You can't miss her. Big horns, floppy red hair, tail. She's a tout. She will get you where you need."
Cinnamon. Okay. Thank you, kind sir. I'll back away. Only now realizing that I was brought up here to be sold off or given away as dead. I was like, probably should have trusted that one. But all right, we'll keep going.
Go ahead and give me a insight check if you don't mind, Cheshire.
Are you wise, Cheshire? I always forget.
Just charisma.
He's not unwise. 17.
Excellent. So as you're looking around, you can tell that Naya's disturbed and particularly interested in that book. You saw her kind of catching a couple glances at it as you were up there. But now you're being led out by one of the skeletons. They're leading you out basically back out the way you came. And you go through the courtyard. The front gate's open, but you don't see the realm of the dead before you that you were at previously. Your first immediate response is nausea, as you have the disorienting experience of looking out at the city as it curls up in front of you.
Oh no!
And loops overhead entirely.
No, I gotta be honest. I'm used to simple places with trees and a bird, and this is not that.
You hear a screech, and you look around, and there's people all over. Every race you can imagine in 100 you've never seen before. The buildings are so close together as to almost be on top of one. You see who must be Cinnamon. Girl wearing basically what looks like a rag loincloth, a rag tank top, and has this huge mop of red hair, little pointy goat ears, and a tail that's got a little red puff on it that's flopping around behind her as she's walking. You also see about 10 people's a strong term, humanoids, that are each about 10 feet tall, and they're all carrying hammers and banging on the walls. And when you hear the screech, you see bubbles appear next to them that have various different glyphs in the bubbles. And the whole lot of them stop, dead in their tracks, and look up. As you see a streak coming through the sky, it's hard to wrap your head around. It looks like maybe it's coming from the other side of the city that's above you. And as it's growing larger, you see it's a woman, probably about 9 feet tall, in a black robe, with a expressionless mask over her face, and a series of blades fanned out around her head. Flies up, palms your face, and you don't necessarily hear so much as feel you don't belong here.
I don't think that's cinnamon.
No, whatever you
And
say.
you and Naya are sitting just outside of the compound.
Wow, you got yeeted.
Okay.
As you're having your discussion, Millie, you feel another planar disturbance.
Lady Gamgill, if you could help us.
This one doesn't feel different. It feels different in that it's wrong, but it also feels different in terms of scale. It's as if the entirety of the multiverse opened all at once for about a half a second and then slammed back shut just outside the doors.
Okay, that was weird.
What was?
I felt like a door opened, but like every door ever opened for just like a split second.
Gonna eye the area that just slammed shut.
You look out.
Nothing's there, right?
You see the doors still cracked open, and you see Cheshire and Naya come walking up.
Body slam.
I just fall down to the ground. There's no resistance anymore. Nothing makes sense.
Thank you, Naya. Thank you.
She looks terrified and says, "I wish I could take the credit for that."
You stuck with him. That really matters.
Where did you go?
I wish I knew.
You don't know where you went? Oh, that sounds bad. You're an angel. You should know everything about that sort of stuff, right?
I'm not really an angel. More of a servant. I think we left the realms of the gods.
Wow.
I'm going to ask her about the meeting I had.
What would you like to say to her?
I just want to describe to her what approached me and its offer.
She furrows her brow and says, "Well, that's the 20th thing I've never heard of before that's happened."
That's kind of what I figured.
I think it's this place. No offense, Eric, but your fort is haunted by pointer gates to bad places.
Yeah, I really gotta burn some sage in here or something.
I might not be the smartest person on the planet, but I'm pretty sure it's us and not.
But this has never happened to us before, though.
Okay, let me check down for the 18th time that we've said that the last few months.
Zopa did say that we're going through some changes.
I just look at Jedryn. You're the normal one. Help!
I got nothing. I don't.
Naya says, "I need to find out something." Are you going to be okay?
In my 20 miles there, I'll be like, I'll call you.
She gives you a kiss and then steps off behind a tree and disappears.
Can you do that? Can you call her?
Apparently, I could have just prayed to her whenever I wanted. I thought I had to die.
That's way more convenient than dying.
Yeah. She's a keeper.
I disconnect myself from hugging you and wipe my eyes. No more dying. That is enough from you.
He smells really weird, by the way, when you hug him. There's the first note is definitely a note of decay and death. But there's also like 100 disparate cooking smells that have stuck to it.
Huh.
And there's a fine layer of like soot on it. And Millie, you recognize that as being not normal. Like there's stuff on Cheshire that is a remnant of this place visited.
You smell weird. Like you, I don't know, brought some shit back with you.
Maybe he needs a shower with the bottle of magic water.
I'll get the bottle. Yeah, anybody that wants a shower.
Yeah, I was going to gesture to the river, but that's actually probably a better idea not washing that crap into the river. Mm-hmm. So let's step away from it going downstream and you can hose us all down.
Yeah, maybe head out.
Sure, just washing it in my well water. That's a great idea.
I was going to say, well, let's go outside someplace.
Not near the well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you have a spot reserved for, Flech? I mean,
he looks around. Obviously not.
What kind of a necromancer are you? I say, and I start walking out the front door.
When you're done, could you power wash the floor in here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you all
take a
stepping
long
outside?
Rest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You may take a long rest. Yeah.
Somebody get the horses out here. They're probably going to need cleaning off too.
They're gone.
What?
The horses, they're gone.
What do you mean gone? They're in the...
Technically, they're still there.
The water bottle kind of drops out of Jedryn's hands.
They exploded.
Lug?
Hug Jedryn?
Lug? And I run back inside.
And you clearly can now see, like, horse bits.
Oh, buddy. And, Jedryn's not useful anymore for the rest of the night.
Eric walks over and pats him on the shoulder and says, sorry. Part of life or something? I don't actually have anything comforting to say to people. He walks away.
I like Eric.
I adore Eric. Oh, he's beautifully awkward.
You all rest. Is there anything else that you'd like to do during the span of this? Jedryn mourns the loss of her companions.
At some point during the long rest, I feel like I should also inform them in the form of a very awkward joke. Who has 5 siblings and a devil for a dad? All of us.
What?
What?
So I saw Dad. Yay.
He's alive? Oh, wait, you were in a weird place. He's dead?
Depends what you mean by alive. Depends what I mean by dad. He was a chain devil, like a very definitive, not really sure I existed.
He's chained by a devil?
Oh,
we gotta free him.
He was the devil with the chains.
What?
And I think he was going to kill me if Naya wasn't there. So he's either really still mad that I almost killed Gix that one time, or like a full-on chain devil.
Or that wasn't Dad, and that was just a devil screwing with your head.
Possibly, but there was also the vision dream I had with Dad being chained. So
my mom did say something about that. About Dad being in the service of Jedryn.
What?
What did she say?
Pretty much that Dad was in the service.
Well, that's vague.
That we need to summon him, maybe fix him if we can.
So
knew he should have gone off by himself.
He's gonna put himself and lots of other people in danger.
it's just like I thought. We went to Chardon to make a deal so that the hound would get off our backs. And why are we the most self-sacrificing family on all of Skarn? Seriously. We're worse than those Winchester brothers. I said that out of character, obviously.
And we've died about as much, too. And been brought back.
Over that one Tuesday, yeah.
Right?
Famous Rangers from Lawrence
Famous
Vesh.
Rangers from Vesh. From Lawrence Vesh.
I'm going to sit down next to Jedryn. What would you like to do with Lug?
I take his bridle off and I kind of put it in my bag, and then I cut a plate out of his mane and just kind of start braiding it.
Do you want us to take care of the body?
Can we raise it?
I do this out of the light of sight of Jedryn.
No,
Eric says, not nearly enough.
Wagon.
I could try to put enough together to make something that can pull your wagon for you.
That's great.
Can Slaughter do it?
Slaughter can pull the wagon.
I begin massaging Jedryn's head, like, to calm her, but I'm just kind of also trying to cover her ears while this conversation is going on. And I'm just
Slaughter can do it. We don't need any skeleton horses. Slaughter.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Well, I was thinking more flesh golem. I don't really have enough horse skeleton. Never mind. I can see that.
It's okay.
I'm going to go take a nap. When Sasha wakes up, she should have movement in all of her limbs.
We're just going to get her long-sleeved gloves.
She also looks down and goes, I've been naked this whole time, huh?
No. I got her a blanket like immediately. Remember, Jedryn went and fetched the blanket.
For Eric?
No, Eric.
Oh, for Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea about Eric.
He was rebirthed out of the ground.
That's
true.
Well, he was so covered in dirt, we didn't really notice until we get the water.
Cups his hands over himself and says, sorry, backs out of the room. And then go.
Nice.
I've seen all of them naked before. It's
go die of embarrassment now. Don't worry, I have a contingency plan. It's fine.
It's probably the first naked human male I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Come think of it.
Fair point.
Backs out of the room.
It's bigger than what halflings have.
On that oddly anatomical note, anybody else have anything else they want to do during the rest? Anything you would like to achieve besides resting?
Just checking on the animals, I guess.
Yeah. Feeding and training the flesh strippers.
Not even training. They get the night off. Just feeding.
I think rest is plenty as far as Jedryn is concerned.
Make sure.
I had to feed the horse to the flesh strippers.
Yeah.
I make a point of just not being around any of that. I just get some distance because I trust you guys to care about me. I don't trust you guys to be dumbasses about it. So
it's the circle of
where would you like to go to get some space?
Like, I don't know. Is there a rooftop I can get to?
Yeah. You go up onto the roof. Eric's sitting up there too.
That's what I do.
He's looking out towards the festering fields.
I was going to end up looking for Eric because I wanted to make him that little thing.
Okay.
Before, so.
You can get up there probably before Jedryn, I assume. So what would you like to say to him?
Just if he's still interested in giving me the gems and having me make him anything out of interest.
Yes, I completely forgot about that. He gives you he says, I'll get you the bag when I go back inside. I'm just a little concerned about that. He points over towards the festering fields.
I sigh and then look.
Make an Arcana check.
See if I can roll higher than single digits. Nope.
That place is spooky.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm proficient with +2 to that.
He says something's not right there. And it's less right than it was yesterday. I don't know. I don't think it's swelled again. Definitely something bad happened.
Of course there is.
About that time, Jedryn comes upstairs. Hey.
Hey.
Thanks for pulling me out of the ground. Sorry I was awkward.
Don't worry about it. We owe you a lot. We owe you our lives.
And no short thanks to me, who did literally nothing.
Hey, you brought your friend back. That's no small feat. Somebody that you clearly care deeply for her, and she clearly knows it. He leans out over the side. Think you all could do me a favor when you get to Hollowfaust?
Anything.
Tell him I'm going to need reinforcement.
Tell them more than that.
Oh. This has been terrifying. He turns around and starts walking downstairs.
Favorite NPC.
I don't know. Enrique's still up there for me.
Yeah.
All right. You get some sleep. The next morning rolls around. What were you going to make for Eric with those gems, by the way?
Well, I was just going to I guess I would make him, and I was going to make something for myself, too, if there was enough stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff.
Yeah. The little thing that I make for him, I guess, because he didn't really describe anything or do anything that would like give any significance to an image or person or anything like that. And he already has plenty of skeletons and zombies. So I just kind of made an extravagant version of him.
Nice.
And then for myself, I made whatever was left over, just like a fancy symbol for Galrock for myself.
Cool.
And that's it.
You all awake. You can regain all your hit points, gain all your spell slots.
Gain all our once per day uses.
Yeah. Sasha is up and moving around.
Oh.
She walks up. She immediately beelines over to Gix and hugs him. Thank you.
I'm in a daze of waking up, and I had I just say I'm sorry. I left you with Triss, and I was so focused on getting Cheshire, I didn't even remember. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? You saved me.
I just for not addressing you yesterday. I just wasn't thinking straight.
I wasn't probably a very good conversationalist.
I guess that's fair.
So
I hope.
Sasha, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I hope we did the right thing by you. I wasn't sure what to do, but it didn't feel right to just let you die there.
I mean, I'm alive, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how you spin it. I mean, I wasn't sure. I don't know if you could hear us while you were petrified, but I wasn't sure if we were even going to be able to bring you back, or if you were stuck in a purgatory or what. I thought we were just potentially prolonging.
There's no,
probably.
I don't have any real recollection.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel better for that. So.
You want something, Triss?
I've got Slaughter, and I've been training with him. But Dad took Fluffy, and went and took the whip to Calastia, and I think we were being stalked by the Obsidian Hound, and we were all being nightmares of that, and so Dad took the flail in order to, like, not with our approval, he snuck out in the middle of the night, took Fluffy and left, and we decided instead of chasing him, we decided to follow his recommendation to try to get ourselves to where are we going? The Gleaming Valley, en route through Hollowfaust, because it seemed the safest route. So he went to Calastia, and now we think maybe he could turn into a chain demon? Daemon? Something? Carchardoon monster? And I guess Verduk has the flail now. I don't know. And I don't know what happened to Fluffy, but I doubt it was good. Or maybe it was good and he's back with the other. I don't know. It's bad. But Slaughter's okay, and he's really nice now. Well, kind of, I mean, for a mock dragon. We're good
Very
friends,
nice,
I think.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Well, Eric tells me that I've got about a week of these things working.
Maybe we can get you, like, regenerated
Yeah, we were headed
in Hollowfaust.
Yeah, that's probably our best bet.
We've got money. Hopefully we can pay a spell if we can find a high enough level caster.
If nothing else, maybe we can find me a nice wheelbarrow.
See, this is exactly what I was worried about.
Yeah, we owe you better than that.
I'm glad you have such a positive sense of humor, ma'am.
Don't have
Sir?
a whole lot of choice. All right. Well, then we need to get moving. Let's get packed up and hit the road. Huh?
So, Sasha, if anything, I don't know how much this would help the monotony of traveling, but would you be able to teach me or help me learn how to fight better while we're traveling?
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be asking
right
you out of character. Don't worry.
Just theoretically, I mean, I'm not still like completely.
Yeah, it's more so just telling me what I'm doing wrong and kind of.
I like our war wagon.
More so through words than action.
I mean, I can talk to you about fighting all day long. I just
Right.
I don't really have a whole lot of control over these.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm wearing someone else's arm.
Well, that's because I think you are, but the reason I
keep
ask
that glove on you
is that Cheshire was going to offer to train me as well, but more eyes and more bodies trying to help get me going would be beneficial, I think.
Right. Yeah. She says, all right, well, unless anybody has any other, business to address, let's get packed up and get on the road. We have a week to get to Hollowfaust and get me fixed. So
say goodbye to Eric and hope that the staff will help him.
Eric
I'll give him his little character, his little sculpture, sculpture.
Thanks. That's sweet. I'll keep it close to my heart. He puts it in a bag on his hip. He says,
yeah, whatever the fuck this is.
He pulls out like a parchment and hands it out. And one of you deliver this to preferably like a guard captain or someone of rank in Hollowfaust.
Give it to Jedryn.
Yep.
Maybe we should give it to the person with the charisma who actually went to school and has ranks in this.
Give it to Cheshire.
All
I was
right,
thinking Jedryn's like the most, but you're a halfling, so they're not going to take you seriously either. They're not going to take any of us seriously because bunch of humans, right? But yeah, maybe Cheshire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Charisma.
I have a whole 12 charisma, so
which makes no sense because you're a sorcerer.
It makes sense. I'm also Scrag.
You pack up and get on the road. The next 7 or the next. Oh, let's see. Let me bring up a map.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, exactly. Taking the Indiana Jones method across.
Yeah. I found the original pronunciation and it's Gorak. So none of us were saying it right. But anyway, Gorak. Now the new one is Galrock.
Galrock. Yeah.
They changed it. They did change it. I did confirm. They changed
Glory to
one of the many
and
things.
your food.
They've changed the pronunciation of.
Yeah, we should be within at least 100 miles of Hollowfaust, from what I can tell.
It was more settled on than changed because contradictory.
Yeah,
you're 100 miles away.
Just
so you're about 4 days out if you travel at a leisurely pace. Are you going to try to double time it, or are you going to?
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should try to
see if we can split the difference and get there in 3 days. Like hustle, but not,
So 2/3 time it.
Why doesn't everybody just go ahead and give me one charisma or one Constitution save?
Fortitude save.
This should be funny. Oh.
All right.
I'm such a dainty flower.
Yeah, that's actually 26 because it's not adding my +1.
You arrive with 2 levels of exhaustion. Gix, you're fine. Jedryn, you're fine. Cheshire, you arrive with 1 level of exhaustion. Triss, you arrive with 1 level of exhaustion. Millie, you're fine. So you haul balls. And once you get out on the road and start heading northward, it's eerily quiet.
No other traffic?
No traffic. No.
It's almost like no one wants to live down here. Or
yeah, no animals, no wildlife. But also like no undead, no strange
that's good.
Things. Also, before you left, that portal finally like closed.
Oh, good.
So Eric does not have to contend with that. And on the 3rd day, about halfway through the 3rd day, you arrive at the gates of Hollowfaust. You're greeted by a pair of Marrow Knights. Basically, like, imagine a centaur skeleton carrying like a halberd. They ride out to meet you, and you hear a voice from the top of the gate. State your name and business!
I would leave it to our speaker. I don't feel like I'm saying anything.
Otaki ones.
Glassblower family. Traveling through on our way to points east. Looking for a safe place to spend the night. And also we have news from Eric of who serves this city.
Eric? Okay. Come on in. Don't break any laws. It's a really bad idea. And check your weapons at the guard. Check. When you first come in. Thank you. Doors open. And you see, as the giant iron doors of Hollowfaust open, you look in and see a really clean, nice, well-kept city. It's very well maintained. The roads are very nice. You see some undead sort of walking around. Like one of them is carting like what looks like maybe like garbage, like a wheelbarrow full of trash. And they stop and like pick up a container from the side of the road and dump more trash from that container into the wheelbarrow. And then you see one like skeleton like sweeping a street. And the skeleton is like decorated. It's got jewels sort of like encrusted into it looks very nice. It's also wearing what appears to be like a uniform. And it's just like sweeping the street. There's people just kind of milling about, going about their business. Lots of hats.
I was to say, everybody's got the hats.
He's wearing a big ass hat.
Tasteful.
The guards say, anything bigger than a dagger, need you to check, please.
Okey-doke.
I'm just going to dismiss my sword.
Can we peace bond this stuff, or?
Yeah, but why would you?
Well, and I kind of gestured towards the gun port on the side of the Bago. Some things we may have to.
Yeah.
So I'm not even totally sure how those things are held on there, but
Yeah.
The two guards start whispering to one another. We're gonna have to consult with.
I figured you might.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to disable, but we don't want to, deconstruct it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to cause any issues, obviously, so we're happy to wait and hear back.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hang out here for a minute. And
No problem.
one of them walks over to, looks like a zombified raven, and writes out a little parchment and sticks it in its talons, and it flies off.
That's screwed up, yet cool.
Fuck.
Awk. Caw. Awk.
While you're waiting for word to come back, a woman starts approaching. About 6'3" human, wearing like spiked leather armor.
She looks like she's going to give us a quest. I may just kill her out of hand.
Very a backlog. It's pretty long. Could you take this ring back? I don't even know.
You notice specifically, like, nobody in Hollowfaust is openly carrying weapons. You see she's got a pair of hand axes, not peace-bound, strapped to her hips. The breastplate of her armor is made of like boiled leather and spiked. The bottom of her armor is like, basically like leather bands that hang down to about mid-thigh. And she has knee-high boiled leather boots that have spikes coming up out of them.
Figure in authority of some kind.
Or she has some kind
of her armor.
Some kind of spike fetish going on.
She walks up and says, "We're the glass blowers, right?"
Mm-hmm.
You know our father?
No.
Inevitability. I'm just like hiding under my robe. Like, you don't know I'm a rat person. Nope.
She says, "No, but your coming was foretold." These people...
We're an omen now.
She turns to the guards and says, "These people are under my protection and watch and my responsibility. They will be allowed access to the city unmolested, and if they break any laws, the Church of Vangle will take responsibility."
Just
No. What?
Oh, potential.
I'm sure it's fine. When has Vangle ever messed anything up before for any of us?
When have you had anything to do with Vangle before? Like, never.
And she turns...
First time for everything.
She turns and looks Millie dead in the eyes and says, "You and I need to have a talk."
Sister?
You do, Millie.
Figure of speech. What?
This woman looks human?
Yeah.
Alone?
No, all of you, come on.
Okay.
What about the war wagon?
Bring it. You can park it at the temple.
Oh, I follow.
Cheshire, do you know who you're supposed to give that?
I figure once we rest up, I'll pop on my Claiborne attire and go find somebody.
You can't give it to those guys over there?
I'd rather not give it to those guys over there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
She leads you through several busy Hollowfaustian streets. People kind of make room for you as you're coming through. You get the impression that they're making room partially because you're driving this wagon through town, but more because you're walking around with the Priestess of Tingle.
That does tend to do it.
Does anyone have protection from evil and good?
I sure do.
I want to keep that one handy.
She takes you to a building. There's a stable to the side that also has basically like a overhang where you can park the war wagon. The building itself appears to be constructed from mostly from granite. There are some like bone decorations on the doors and the walls. And when you open it, it basically looks like a small arena. Probably seats 200-300 people, large dirt opening in the middle of it.
That makes sense for Vangle. And now we pray. You and you fight to the death.
This was like a secret path to this, though, right?
No, you went like through the streets.
Really?
And rode up to it.
Okay.
He says, come in, make yourselves comfortable.
Okay.
I'll plop down somewhere.
Worried they're going to make us like battle each other in the arena or something.
She says, it's come to my attention through messengers of my God that you are at the center of a cataclysmic situation.
Not intentionally.
You did say the glass blowers, right? For the glass blowers, you didn't need somebody else?
The glass makers or the
I'm not surprised by this information.
air blowers.
You're not responsible, not blaming you. But you, Millie, might have the key to solving something.
No pressure.
The sickness has infected the fabric of Scott. It must be rooted out and destroyed while there is an opportunity. Your skill set will allow us to battle those responsible when the time comes.
And if I don't help?
Well, then we're probably all doomed. And if we're all doomed, I'm going out cackling and covered in blood.
How do I know what you're saying is even true? I don't know
Can't
you.
really argue with that.
You don't, I suppose. What can I do? I know. She walks up to you and takes her hand axes off of her hips. She spins them around and holds them out to you, handles first.
I take them.
The instant you touch them, you feel your planar awareness activate. And the first thing that you're overcome with is a sense of the literal millions of people that have died at the hands of these.
Millions?
Wow.
And a couple of types.
Count.
Old blades.
You recognize them immediately as these are the Fists of Vangel.
Cool.
You also, once you're overwhelmed with that sense, your vision goes white for a moment. And you see yourself standing in another arena, similar to this one, a bit bigger. There's a altar at the north side, covered in what appears to be various bits of gore and internal organs. 100-foot tall columns, about 20 feet apart, surround you. And you see a man walking up to you, all hair and teeth and spite and plate mail. He just walks beeline straight up to you. It's almost nose to nose with you. We need to talk.
People keep telling me that. What?
Like some tea?
Not really. Thanks.
I'm your... Let's make this simple. I'm your uncle, kinda.
Family keeps growing. Okay. Hi.
Your mother and I are sort of related. My name is Vangel. I am bending every effort to retain enough self-control to work my way through this.
All right.
You are
Uncle?
like me, born from a union that shouldn't have happened. That comes along with baggage. My presence is creating not the right phrasing. We made a mistake and we need your help.
Or else everyone is doomed?
I mean, doom would be preferable. Realize that probably doesn't mean much coming from me. The planes are broken. Skarn is broken and it's starting to leak.
So, what happens then if it's not fixed? Doom is a very vague concept.
Worst case scenario, the planes rip themselves asunder and we're cast out into the multiverse like dust.
Best case scenario?
Myself and all the other gods die and the Titans wake back.
All right, what do you need from me?
Oh, I wish I knew.
That's not helpful. That's not helpful for anything.
I need you to help.
But you don't know how.
I don't. Your grandmother might, but she won't talk to me.
My grandmother.
Again, I'm trying my best to break these relational terms in ways that you'll understand.
My grandmother.
You go to Madriel and beg for help.
Okay.
Your vision ends. So for the last minute or so, you've all just watched Millie took the axes and just sort of stood there. You pop back into you're back in the
paw is waving in front of your face.
So Bengal, my sort of uncle, would like me to speak to Madriel, my sort of grandmother, on his behalf to hopefully prevent the planes from ripping themselves apart.
The priestess grabs the axes out of your hands, like snatches them, and walks away angry.
Mm-hmm. Madriel is your sort of grandmother?
Jelly much?
Yeah, I guess so.
Madriel and Vangal are related? Ew. Sort of.
It seemed like the relationships were a little complicated.
Okay.
Wow, and so he ordered you to go find Madriel and what, like, pray to her, or?
We're in the wrong temple.
We have to travel to another location.
Is there a temple to?
I didn't never follow a temple to Vangal and Hollowfaust.
Millie, did he say if this had anything to do with all of the lights we saw in the sky?
I didn't ask.
It's okay.
I was a little
overwhelmed.
That's a good word.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's somewhere, and I glance over at the Vangal lady. Is there somewhere else we could go find out if they would know if there's a connection? Because that's where we were heading. And they seem to think that we did something or are going to do something.
They're all, like, Corian worshippers there, right?
That is the symbol we saw, right? In the sky?
Yeah, those were all symbols of Corian. Got a couple of them. Madriel and Hadrad, but most of them were Corian.
I'm going to go out on a limb and assume there's not a Madriel temple in Hollowfaust.
I didn't think there was a Vangal temple in Hollowfaust. I thought there was just temples to the death god.
Hey, angry priestess lady who's mad at me for no reason. Is there
she walks over and says, I have served Vangal faithfully.
Congratulations.
I mean, we can always be better.
Good on you.
Good job.
And
I don't know why you're mad.
She's a priestess of Vangal. They're always mad.
You know, that's a really ugly stereotype. I am mad because...
you cut out there, Travis.
You roboted really hard.
Yeah.
Right.
She says, that's a really ugly stereotype. And then she says, I'm mad because I have served him faithfully and you just waltz in here and gain an audience.
Okay, well, he's my uncle.
Kind of. So your mom is like Madriel's daughter, or
you're not the only one here with divine blood.
Okay, well, I'm the one with the glowing eyes.
Her eyes light up red.
You can turn it off?
That's the wrap-up game for this week.
Nice.
Don't piss off the smitey priestess.
Any questions, comments,
Apparently
complaints?
we're cousins.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about?
Vandal would deny ever being related to Vangal in any way.
No. Well,
that's my only thought there.
Like I said, Titanic and God relationships complicated.
They're really confusing. Yeah. Because it's like Denev and Madrigal's parents are Madrigal. Yeah. Oh wow, that's really confusing. Because Madrigal's parents are Mesos and Mormo. And Vangal's parents are really wacky because it's Leithine, Gullivan, and Dulkas. It's like it's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah.
So, which I'm sure you'll find out more about next week. So
my character doesn't know any of that. So.
As we are wrapping things up, let's do our outros. Let's pick things up first with Korggix. Korggix, why don't you give us your pertinence, please?
I am the giant Scrag self-loathing character now who feels absolutely 110% useless. Is he can't save his siblings. They go by he, him, just as I do. And if you're interested in what a Scrag is, you can check it out into the Yugman's Guide to Gelspad, which is finished, I think, like 3 weeks ago now. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I'm doing a little bit of everything. I'm waiting for a hardware upgrade to do a playthrough of the community-made Anomaly, which is Stalker, which should be exciting. And I've been working the last few weeks on a few level design videos, which is what I try to talk about when people are interested in it when I'm variety streaming. So if you're interested in that super small niche, check me out on Twitch. And Patreon is doing stuff. We just uploaded some maps. Again, some works in progress for some maps on the Patreon, and I've got a bunch more spells to put up, and hopefully a subclass or 2 or 5 soon TM. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to check that out. I'm trying to also figure out a way to make the languages I've been working on interesting, so I might do a video on that soon. So yeah, there you go.
Stuff.
Definitely follow Tric over the Heretric on Twitch and Twitter, right? And
yeah. And then it's Heretric Productions on Patreon.
There you go. Millie, give us your pertinence, please.
Hello, my name is Ayli. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Millie, the overwhelmed tiefling ranger, whose pronouns are she, they. You can find me on Twitter at Kitty Curiosity, spelled like that. I'm a fetish model. I'm also part of an X-rated D&D stream called Roll for Seduction, and you can find us on Twitter at Roll Seduction or online at rollforseduction.com. But please only check out my content if you're over the age of 18.
Grown folks only, please. And next up, that brings us to Cheshire.
Hi, so I am Cheshire, or I play Cheshire, who is he, him. He's an undead warlock as opposed to the undeath warlock. And I am Chaz, PhD student who studies video games, music, storytelling, all that fun stuff. And that random figure with the mask and the blades that Travis threw in is actually one of my favorite characters in the mythos. And I bring that up because she is actually key in a game that I run on Wednesdays.
No shit.
Oh yeah, she's like the center thing on Wednesdays at. So you had 30 Eastern.
Not to derail like literally everything, but you had that moment of terror where you thought you were getting mazed, didn't you?
What was that? You kind of like.
Did you think you were going to get mazed rather than sent back?
I was like, this could be the end of Cheshire. I was ready. I was like, oh, that, yeah, no, I have no power anymore.
Who is that?
Oh, we'll get into a deep dive on lore after the call, or after this stream. All will be revealed. Everybody else.
Oh my goodness.
And then later on Wednesdays on the Onyx Path, I run Scion Become Its Gods, a kind of 3-part series where this Wednesday will be the final in Scion Origin, and then we will transition into Scion Hero next week.
Awesome, rock and roll. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Wednesdays, right?
Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. All right. Was that it? Or was there something else?
Yep.
All right, rock and roll. Next up, we have Jedryn. Poor Jedryn has been through so much hell today. I have to make sure to be extra nice to you next time. Go ahead and give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, I'm Fran Stewart, she, her, and I'm playing Jedryn, the beaten down halfling rogue this week, also she, her. And I'm a writer, editor, and doer of random crap-er for Onyx Path and various other RPG companies. You can find things that I've written, co-written with my wife, or edited on Drive-Thru Fiction and Drive-Thru RPG. You can find the novel Vigilant through Shadows and Dreams, where our protagonist goes through comparable levels of hell, both on Drive-Thru if you want print on demand, or as an ebook wherever fine ebooks are sold. And you can find me on social media. I'm on Imgur and Twitter and Facebook and various other places. And as I like to say, I like to make new friends. So come up and introduce yourself.
Excellent. And next up, Zopa. Poor Zopa, who thought she was unconscious for far longer today than she was.
Sorry, you missed that. My healing you.
It's very confusing when there's like 5 people talking at the same time. I'm just like, there's just this like cacophony of sound.
There was
I'm
chaos.
unconscious, whatever.
There's chaos. My bad.
There was a flurry.
So I'm Jeremy Hochhalter, he, him, playing Zopa, she, her. You can find me here on Twitch at WH Publications, over on Twitter, WH Pubs. I play on both of Chaz's streams on Wednesdays. The first one's on my channel, WH Publications, at, what did we say, 3:30? No, 2:30.
Because it's 12:30 here, right?
Yeah.
So 2:30 Eastern.
Yeah, you guys are in that mountain time zone that I doubt exists.
Yeah.
We're in a made-up place.
Listen, if there's people that believe the world is flat, I get to deny that mountain time exists.
Mountain time exists. Yeah, I'm with you.
The world is flat. The sky is a giant screen that keeps the government from letting us see God. And what's some other good ones?
Chemtrails. Don't forget chemtrails.
I had a little conversation with somebody.
You think birds are real?
Not to totally derail us, but I had a conversation with somebody on Facebook that was talking about like getting chipped as part of the vaccination for COVID. And I was like, aren't you posting this from your cell phone?
Yeah.
Nice.
Continue, please. Sorry.
That's me. That's me.
Rock and roll. Yeah, definitely follow Jeremy. Check out his stuff. And then last but most certainly not least, that leaves us with Triss. Give us your pertinence, please.
I'm Sarah Stewart. I play Triss. I'm she, they. Triss is she, her. Triss is a Slitherin / i.e. rat folk druid who's the youngest in the family and keeps getting confused eternally. Like, no, what is it with you people? And anyway, you can find, I do a bunch of stuff with Fran I've been doing a show with Jeremy called The Lore You Know. We talk deep lore about the Scarred Lands. I consider myself a Scarred Lands expert, which is why it confuses the hell out of me when Travis pulls stuff and I'm like, where did that come from? But his Scarred Lands is not my Scarred Lands, and I have to constantly remind myself that. It's true. Anyway, you can find more of our stuff at morelikethisindustries.com, which is where our stuff is found. And
I just threw a link to Sarah and Fran's stuff at Drive-Thru in the chat. I'm Travis Legg, he, him. I'm the person in charge of this mess. And when I'm not running this mess, I run other messes on this channel and on occasionally over on Ayli's channel. And on the Onyx Path channel, where I'm also the programming coordinator. This week, what does this week look like? This week, I will be running Odysseys and Overlords on Wednesday over at Roll Seduction. Next Wednesday, we'll be back here next Monday for more Family Affair, where things are going to get extra weird. Like, this is just, you've just seen the icing on top of the weird cake.
Oh my God.
And then the following Wednesday, I'll be running our Rifts Savage Worlds 2 or 3 shot that we'll be running bi-weekly. We're taking some time off from my other Scarlands stream, because some of our players are playing in Chaz's stream, and I just wanted to run some stuff that wasn't D&D for a little bit. So we're gonna be Glitter Boys running all over the channel. So make sure you tune in for that. Yeah, if you haven't done so, please follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Go buy a bunch of Scarlands things, and tell all your friends to do the same. Wear your mask and get vaccinated, and we'll see you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.